Chapter 1. The Stirring.
Have you ever noticed that sometimes God whispers through disruption? That question alone can shake your soul. You think everything is fine, then suddenly peace leaves, conversations turn tense, and you feel a strange unease around someone you once trusted. My friend, that unease isn't random. It's spiritual. It's God trying to speak to your spirit, telling you something isn't right. Peace is God's language. And when it leaves, he's saying, pay attention. You might not want to hear it, but sometimes losing peace is the first sign that you're keeping company God never assigned. Sometimes that unrest is God's mercy in disguise. He shakes what's unstable so you'll stop calling it peace. Don't rush to silence the stirring. Lean in, because what disturbs you today might deliver you tomorrow. Chapter 2. The Loss of Alignment. Here's the second sign. Your values no longer align. You used to share the same faith, dreams, and sense of direction, but now everything feels divided. It's like Amos 3:3 asks, can two walk together unless they agree? God doesn't separate to punish. He separates to protect. When your path starts to pull you closer to purpose, but someone else's path drags you back to compromise, that friction is divine direction. You're feeling the holy discomfort of misalignment, and God is gently saying, I didn't call you to walk backward. When God starts shifting your circle, it's not rejection, it's redirection. He's not taking people from you. He's making room for what fits where you're going. Trust that his alignment always leads to assignment. Chapter 3. The Stagnation of Growth. Sometimes the reason God removes people isn't because they're evil, but because your growth requires space they can't occupy. Think about Abraham and Lot. Both were blessed, but their land couldn't sustain them together. Abraham didn't fight, he released. And the moment he did, God expanded his vision. There are people you love who can't go where God is taking you. You've outgrown the level they're still comfortable in. Staying connected might feel loyal, but it's really limiting. When your growth feels blocked, it's often because you're clinging to someone God already asked you to release. Growth often feels lonely before it feels holy. Don't mistake separation for punishment. It's simply preparation. The soil that once grew you can't always sustain your next season. Chapter 4. The Resistance to Conviction. Here's the fourth sign. God will show you through resistance. Have you noticed that when you try to bring truth, some people only mock or argue? Jesus himself experienced that. He taught with love, but when people hardened their hearts, he didn't chase them. He moved on to those willing to receive. When someone resists conviction and you keep rescuing them, you become part of their rebellion. God isn't asking you to debate truth. He's asking you to discern who values it. The ones he removes often reject correction because his light exposes what they're not ready to surrender. Remember, love speaks truth, but wisdom knows when to stop speaking. Some lessons aren't taught through conversation. They're taught through distance. Chapter 5. The Weight of Exhaustion. Sometimes the voice of God isn't loud. It's the quiet exhaustion that settles over your soul. You keep pouring out, fixing, forgiving, but every time you leave that person, you feel drained instead of restored. That's not how divine relationships work. Matthew 11:30 reminds us that his yoke is easy, his burden is light. If someone constantly weighs you down, it's not a yoke, it's a chain. God is showing you that love isn't supposed to break you. When grace becomes exhaustion, it's time to ask, am I carrying someone God is trying to carry himself? Chapter 6. The Door That Keeps Closing. Here's another sign. Doors keep closing. Opportunities vanish, timing never aligns, and every attempt to stay connected feels blocked. That's not bad luck. That's divine protection. Samson learned this the hard way. God had anointed him, but his connection with Delilah cost him his strength. God wasn't being cruel, he was being clear. When doors shut repeatedly, it's not rejection, it's redirection. The Lord closes access when He knows what's behind that door will destroy your calling. Stop trying to pick the lock of what God sealed for your safety. Every closed door whispers, "I see what you can't yet." When you stop fighting the closure, you start walking into clarity. Let peace be the key that locks what's not for you. Chapter 7, the sound of silence. And finally, the silence. You pray for that person, but heaven seems quiet. Conversations feel forced. The bond feels cold, and no matter how much you try to fix it, nothing changes. Sometimes silence is God's final confirmation. He's not ignoring you, He's inviting you to release. When Jesus stood before Pilate, He said nothing, because purpose doesn't argue with delay. That silence is God saying, "This chapter is finished." You're not losing them, you're making room for what's next. Chapter 8, the lesson behind the signs. You see, every sign is a reason, and every reason is rooted in God's wisdom. He removes people not to isolate you, but to protect, refine, and redirect you. Some people were only meant to be part of your process, not your permanence. When they stay beyond their season, the blessing attached to their presence turns into a burden. God's love is strategic. It doesn't waste what you've learned, but it will clear what no longer serves His purpose in your life. Separation isn't rejection, it's preparation for your next assignment. Chapter 9, the peace after release. If you obey, something beautiful happens. Peace returns. Clarity follows. You realize God never took someone away to hurt you, but to heal you. You begin to breathe again, pray again, dream again. That's how you know it was Him. Because anything that truly comes from God multiplies peace, not confusion. You'll look back one day and thank Him for every closed door, every silent answer, every goodbye that didn't make sense. Because all of them were divine protection disguised as pain. And when peace returns, so does purpose. You begin to realize that what left your life didn't leave a void. It made space for divine fulfillment. Putting God's wisdom into practice starts with a single step. If you found this message helpful, take a moment to subscribe to With Reasons and hit the notification bell. We create content like this weekly to help you live a faith that's both thoughtful and powerful. Now, I want to hear from you. Which of these 7 signs spoke to you the most? Tell me in the comments below. And if you're ready to go deeper into this revelation, watch our next message, The Meaning of God's Number, where we explore why the number 7 represents God's perfect order, completion, and purpose in your own life. Because With Reasons, every message has a reason, and every reason leads back to Him.